It was a very aggressive game that didn't have organic playing patterns, but it was expected because we played against gladiators that are very feisty in how they play. And I think they had a mark on certain players that we have in the team. And I think how we lined up today threw them off a bit because they couldn't really get to those moments. But as soon as we gained momentum, then we could see their intentions that were clear to say how they are looking to neutralize us and make sure that we don't get out from the back. But I think because we had planned for almost everything today to say if they send 3 strikers up top, how do we organize ourselves? If they just send one, how do we then organize ourselves? We're a bit defensive, especially in the first half, because the longer you go without conceding a goal, it gives you confidence. So I think today we played like that as a team. We started with 2 sitters and then we changed it around to be able to free the number 10 more and free the wingers more. It wasn't as fluid and we were playing in patches in the first half. But I think in the second half, as soon as we changed and moved to a different formation, I could see us having more spaces going wide and then starting to stretch Namibia. I think the chances we got, if we would have capitalized, especially in the first half with Michelle, we would have then been able to breathe. But we didn't stop there. We continued playing. And I think we grew in confidence with the more resistance they brought on. We did the same thing. Bringing on 2 strikers gave us a bit more edge because now their 2 center backs couldn't breathe and be able to clear the ball as easy as they did in the first half. I'm excited that we will be on the podium getting a medal. For me, that's the biggest thing because we looked at our return tickets and it said the 12th. And we made that an aim, we made that a goal, we made that an objective, you know. Who we were gonna meet in the final, we were expecting that if we make it to game 3, game 4, game 5, we might meet any of the big guns, Tanzania, Zambia, even Malawi, because in the last final, last year, it was Malawi and Tanzania. And I think the excitement right now, I'm not even looking beyond Zambia. I'm just excited that COSAFA teams are in the final. The COSAFA Cup will stay in the COSAFA region and we'll be able to have a new champion again this year. Zambia brings a lot of experience and I think with Barbara being part of them, she gives them the edge as well and more speed going forward. And today we saw them concede their first goal in the tournament, which means that defense can be bridged, you know, so it will be key for us to understand which players we can start with. Sam has been coming on as a sub. Yes, she comes and she brings goals. How brilliant is it when you have a bench that can come onto the pitch and change the game around for you? Because Busi might be looking like she's not scoring goals, but she actually tires the defense. And when Sam comes in and if they are together, then you'll see more Sam getting into goal-scoring opportunities. It's about that for us because it's team before me. So we need to make sure that we protect her. She's still a bit young and expose each and every player. We don't have a star player in the team. You know, as much as we'd be chasing goals to say we want her to be a top scorer and all of that, it's team before me. And does she fit into the formation we want to play, the type of opposition that's there? And I think with her coming onto the field that early on in the game gave us that. So also because we didn't have enough time to prepare this team for the tournament, so we tried to make do, you know, with the type of performance that we have. I think Michelle, if she didn't get a knock on her knee, she would have given us a bit more. She got a chance to score, but couldn't. So it's just that. We just need to expose them, let them have organic growth into the team, understanding the bigger scheme of things, and that it helps for us to be able to change into any formation. I think today they considered 1 because today is 2-1 against Tanzania. And you look at us, we also have a brilliant stat where we also considered only 1 goal against Mozambique. And so it means statistically both teams are more or less on par. But when you speak to the experience that's there, obviously Zambia have more edge than us because 80% of the team that went to WAFCON and want to pay back, they're using the wrong team to try to pay back with, you know, because for us, we don't really care much who we are playing. We just want to get on the field, play, have fun. The score and everything else will unravel on its own. I'm not a worried coach. I came here and I said, I'm not going to stress myself in trying to make sure that I fight battles that I don't understand. 2 days of putting a team together. You must be a miracle worker and you come in and you say, I'm going to win the tournament. For me, the only faith I had was for us to play one game as it comes and play, put a team together, for a lineup together, play for each other, win, go to the next one. Train, fix where we can, go to the next one. Because, I mean, you play 5 games in a space of what, 2 weeks or less, and tomorrow is only 1 day of rest. So for me, I don't want to put myself under pressure and put the team under pressure and wanting them to achieve things that are impossible to achieve in trying to say, we're going to go out there and fight and win against Zambia. No, we're going to go out there, fight against our fear. We're going to go out there, fight against us doubting ourselves. We're going to go out there and fight against us thinking that we are not good enough to be on the field. That is the biggest thing for me because I'm not a brilliant coach, but in this tournament I came in and I said, I want to be the best motivator for my players. I want them to believe in themselves, to have faith in each other. And I think I've achieved that. It's definitely going to be a clash of the Titans because both teams technically are going to the World Cup. Both teams, one got a bronze medal, one got a gold. And I think Zambia, the last time they were in the final was in 2019. And they'd want to go out there and make it a point that they win because I think it will only be fair to the coach of Zambia to come into the COSAFA and win it because he's done so well with the team. I'm not going to be naive and be unrealistic and think that that team is not well put together. It is well put together. They understand each other. They know how to play with each other. And we will get on the field and just make sure that we score a goal. Celebrations come when you have young players in the team. They know what to do, how, music comes on and they are teaching you and we just go with that. I'm that type of coach. Even in the under-17s, in the under-20, you celebrate the small victories. Tomorrow is not distant, so today, you celebrate today. Tomorrow will take care of itself.
Speaking about the under-20, the under-20s, Total Energies, the draw was made today. What do you take of your group?
It's going to be exciting because I think youth teams need to play a lot more. And seeing that draw take place, now the coaches in the under-20 need to be looking at the under-17s that have graduated to see how can they work around that, make sure we have good teams because I believe that 5 years down the line, those players should be in the senior team or even now. So it's exciting to see them go into a tournament. I can't wait to see the other under-17s, the under-23s. Let it be bigger. The more tournaments, more competitions we play at this level, youth level, we get to fast-track players into the senior teams.
Any more questions? On that note, thank you very much, Coach. South Africa with us is Namibian coach, Coach Hadlak, and just your thoughts on how your girls performed today.
I'm super proud, being toe-to-toe with the powerhouse of Africa. You couldn't ask for more. The performance, they give their 100%. I just told them, it's either whoever scores first will win this game because it was pound to pound. And I'm seriously, I'm very much proud. Couldn't ask for more.
Coach, there seems to be of how you come together as a group.
Yeah. If you know that the first game is always tough, but as you see from there, we picked up the second game against Eswatini, the third one against Lesotho, and then South Africa now. We just went up the whole time. When you have a team like that, I'll continue saying there's no active football in Namibia. We've been together for a month. These are young, inexperienced players. I probably left 10 to 11 to 14 players that played last year's COSAFA. These guys went through, the last time Namibia went through was 2006, as I'll always mention it. For us now, it's concentrating on the third place. If we can get a medal for these girls, I think this is just a proud moment. I couldn't ask for more as a young coach.
But how do you pick up for this?
I will really humbly ask that we start football in Namibia some way, somehow. Luckily, we're going from here, we're going to Botswana. There's a Botswana game that is there. I'll keep them together again. But after that, hopefully we'll sit down on the table and just find out what we do. Because if you remember, we haven't even played any international friendly before this tournament. It was just playing against local people and all that. So most things will change. And I think next year will probably be better.
Any more?
Yeah, we'll give changes, but not many changes because we still want to win. Third place will be better than fourth place. I will give a couple of players a chance, that haven't started probably the games or haven't played much, but we still go out and just give us 100% for the third place because if they can win the third place, imagine it's another bonus for them. We can't just give up and say we didn't get to the semi-final. So I'm sure they are more eager to actually go to the third place and just win something.
And also, they lost to a good side, as you said.
Yeah, definitely a powerhouse of. I told you guys before that Banyana, you guys there's probably 5 or 6 of them that are there, players to choose every time from. Unfortunately, we don't have that luxury. But if you could see today, it was pound to pound. It was just a matter of that knockout blow that came, and then on the 30s, I think somewhere in the 70th minute or 80th minute. So, yeah, it's football.
On that note, oh, thank you.
No, I think when you have active football, it helps a lot. You could see that Banyanya could keep the ball. Their confidence are high. They have a depth in the squad. Whoever comes on from the bench, it's equally as good as the one that started. Unfortunately, like I said, I don't have that luxury, but I'll build on that, with this young team that we are having. If we have active football, then I think you'll have also that variety. And we have a couple of months to go before probably the next COSAFA.
Any more questions? On that note, thank you very much, Coach, and all the best in your third and fourth.
Thank you very much.